After a lot of positive feedback after the first and second season of T90 Titans League, I am happy to say that the third season is coming back to Age of Empires 2. We will have 3 leagues just like we did before, where there is the Silver, which is essentially a qualifier bracket for players who are trying to fill the relegated spots from Gold. We will then have the Gold League happening, where it's $20 per win and the potential to get promoted then to Platinum. And then we'll have the main league, the top 24 players in Platinum, facing up against each other with $40 per win. And then, of course, the big knockout bracket, and then the playoffs leading up towards the finals. If you're watching this announcement, you probably understand how this works, but there's slight tweaks to timeline and a few other things, so I'm just going to talk about it right now so you guys have an idea. All right, so Silver starts in July, which is not too far away from this upload. And Silver is all about filling the relegated spots. You can see from Season 2, we had Bad Boy, White Court, Say My Name, Gabby, Overtaken, Nilly, Fire, and Samara all relegated. It is time to fill those spots, and that's what Silver, in the month of July, will accomplish. It is worth pointing out that players who were relegated do have an opportunity to go into the Silver bracket, so we might see many of these players still playing and trying to get back in, but that is how it works. Once we have those players, then the Gold League starts. Now, what's different in this season versus the previous seasons is that Gold League is going to have its own dedicated chunk of time. So in Season 1 and 2, Gold and Platinum were basically happening at the same time. So it became very difficult for me to cover and cast Gold League. And there were some amazing games because the bigger players, the Platinum League, took the priority. So you'll see the dates there up on your screen, but that is when Gold League begins. So it is essentially in early August. And that is going to trickle out and finish right before the Platinum League begins, which is going to be in September. I'm excited about this change because it was disappointing to not be able to follow as many Gold games. Like, I did cover Gold more than I even initially promised I would, but I only have so much time, and I was already kind of killing myself with coverage. So now we'll be able to focus on our Gold, get the players that are relegated and promoted out of the way, and then focus primarily on Platinum. Platinum is then going to start on the 4th of September, and it is the same as before. It is basically a week per round, and then the conclusion of Titans League is going to be on the 19th of October after the round of 12, the quarterfinals, the semifinals, and the finals, which you could see we had here. So I'm really excited, and that's the gist of it, all right? Woo-woo, hype, hype. I do want to talk about a few other things regarding Titans League Season 3 that may be of interest to you. Okay, so first off, I want to talk about coverage. I personally will be covering what I can of the Silver bracket, which is in July, though I'm not going to be doing every single series. It's just going to be sets that I perceive to be the most interesting. There are a lot of up-and-coming players in our scene, so I imagine like the last 2 to 3 weeks of July really going to be focused on seeing who's going to qualify, as I know there's going to be big motivation there. There is no dedicated streaming times. There is no dedicated upload times. It's just I do it whenever it's happening, which makes it a little difficult to follow maybe as a viewer, but, you know, it's kind of nice that, you know, there's going to be some variety throughout each week. Gold League is going to be similar. No dedicated casting days. And in particular, we are going to make sure that we don't have heavy conflict with coverage near the tail end of any other events that might be happening. I can't talk about if there's going to be other events happening, but as you can imagine, Titans League is kind of a 3-month thing, and Microsoft's sponsoring other events as well, and I kind of want the whole scene to get love with this. So there may be times where I won't be covering Gold League on like a Saturday or something, and it will be focusing on another event, which, again, good for you guys because I'm not just covering Titans League, I might be doing some other things too. The difficult thing regarding Gold coverage from my point of view is that I am actually going to be traveling to Australia for the first 2.5 weeks of August. So I probably will not be able to cover any Gold whatsoever until, like, I don't know, the 16th of August, which means I'll still get the last couple weeks. But I figured I'd let you know. It's called T90 Titans League. I will be busy then. The league will still be running. And then finally, as far as Platinum coverage is concerned on live streams, it's going to be, for the most part, on every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday in September. More details will come on that. We're still a couple months away, but we're going to try and make it so it's Friday, Saturday, Sunday, as many games live as possible. And then also, occasionally, we'll probably have some trickle over into the Monday there. That's basically it. We'll eventually nail down the time frame and give it to you guys around the 19th of October to conclude the season. And yeah, I'm really excited. Last season, I could even feel it when I was playing ranked. Players were in such good shape. Players were so motivated. People were grinding hard because they really wanted to make it into gold. So this whole silver bracket is going to be exciting to watch here coming up. Golds? Well, you might think, well, it's lesser names, but not really. Because there are some massive names that are going to be in gold because there were some big upsets and players that were relegated in season number 2. The players like Nikov, Vinchester, MBL, Sato, Kapwatch. I mean, there's more on the list, but gold is going to be pretty insane, and it's going to be a competitive fight to get back up to the top 24. As for the top 24, we had some awesome players promoted, and they'll be playing amongst the big boys. Again, a really fun conversation of, can certain players stay up in this top 24, or are they destined to go down? And then will the big names come in firing and be in really good shape? Or are they going to take it easy the first week or two and potentially get surprised by the players that were promoted and in fantastic shape, ready to go week 1? Every game matters. Okay, it's all play all threes in the group stage. We're not changing that format. So in the event someone is losing 2-0, it can be hugely influential to their standings if they end up getting just one win. And with a change of map pool, which will happen for gold and for platinum, I imagine there's going to be a new metas and new things to look for. There are more details to come, such as the gold and the platinum map pool, but just remember that the silver league we're seeing is still kind of offset from season 2. We just bring it to right before season 3, as it is essentially a qualifier. That will still have the same exact settings that we all enjoyed from season 2. So same maps, same Civ Draft settings there. When gold and platinum gets closer, I'll reveal the new map pool. I'm sure there will be other questions. I will try and get to them. I wanted to put something together here. But again, the timeline is going to be on your screens there. It is happening, and I'm excited. Lots and lots of Age of Empires 2 content coming with it. And thank you guys, especially on the Extras channel, too, to see so many views on the Extras channel. And this place is going to be spammed with content over the next couple months. Is exciting. Yet again, I believe this is really important to the future of Age of Empires 2. Particularly those players who are not in the top 24 or not even in that top 48. There's a lot of players who want opportunities. They don't just want to lose one round and then be knocked out and then have to wait for the next tournament. They want to prove themselves. So I expect it to be intense. Excited to introduce players to you who you've maybe never heard of and talk you through things when it all begins. For any questions, any concerns, or even to sign up for Titans League Season 3, we have a Titans League Discord, which I'll put in the description. Make sure you join there, as that's going to have all the real detailed stuff if you want to pay attention to it. So that's all for now. Titans League Season 3 is coming.